Okay guys, bit of a frosty morning today, frosty start. We're heading up to London to have a look at this Datsun 260Z. Let's see what it looks like. I'm taking up the truck, so if it's good we can just winch it on the back and take it away. But I'm just hoping it's not rusty. It's straight, runs nice enough. The engines are pretty bulletproof on those, but I'm just hoping it's a good one. Woo-wee! Okay, so made it to central London, right up here, North Kensington, and then out a little bit in the sort of suburbs here. London's a nightmare because there's literally nowhere to pull over. It's just double yellows everywhere, and I'm just paranoid about cameras clocking you in a place you shouldn't be. This is why I'm not the biggest fan of coming to central London, especially driving. So hopefully going to meet the guy now. He's going to show us the car. So we started having a look at the car in the garage. Quite hard to see the condition. All the tyres were completely flat, so we pumped those up and decided to pull the car out of the garage, though all four wheels felt like they were completely stuck, so it was quite a challenge. Luckily we used the chap's car to pull it out, but it was very sketchy, little bit by bit, and finally we got it out in the daylight. It hasn't seen daylight in 10 years. Actually been outside that garage in a hell of a long time. So the next challenge was actually getting the car to run. The guy told me the car was a runner, which I really struggled to believe. So we hooked up the battery to the truck to jump it. He was playing around inside with the immobilizer, because you've got an immobilizer fob and a button. And then lo and behold. Me, I can't believe that ran. You didn't lie to me. A little bit worse than I thought it was going to be honest. But it's actually pretty straight. Like I was saying, as long as it's straight and it's not mega rusty, it'll be alright. All the brakes are jammed on, front and back. We managed to pull it out using his car, double strapped on the front to wishbone. We just pulled it out, which is okay. But now we've got to work out how to move the car around in this tight space we're in. Look how straight it is. It's straight enough. A couple of dings here, dings there, and the wing's got a few bubbles. The interior's clean, and it's alright. And yeah, he's happy it's going to a good home, and it's gonna hopefully get back on the road again, because all down the excitement when it came out of the garage. Woo-wee, it's cool. Yeah, so Rich, how long have you had this bad boy?
Had it about since 2004, so it's about
17 years. Yeah.
17 years.
And you were driving it around before then?
Yeah,
though?
I used to drive it around.
Yeah.
I just stopped driving it, but there was absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Just sat in here
Yeah.
for a while. Yeah. Like it really. Yeah. Sad to see it gone.
Yeah, man.
I know it's going to a good home though.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Old Nick, you know.
That's it, old Nick Christmas.
Nick's gonna look after it.
Yeah, man. Well, mate, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. Like, thank you.
Oh, well.
Mate, that's awesome. Whoa! So we got it. What a nice guy. Rich is an absolute legend. Super nice guy, and you can tell he really loved the car. It's just got to the point now where, you know, it needs a lot of doing to it, or a bit wonky. It just needs a lot doing to it, do you know what I mean? It's the brakes, the bodywork's actually, it's pretty straight like I was hoping for. Rust wise, there's a bit, but not terminal. Not more than I don't think we can sort out. I'm actually chuffed it runs, because that's a real bonus. I mean, it needs a big service and load of work doing, but it will move. And and I'll keep you updated with our progress. See how we go with it, and you see the old girl come back to life. Can't wait for the first drive. You made it back. So I'm really happy with the car, to be perfectly honest. I actually think that it's in pretty good condition for its age. This car's gonna be 50 years old in 2 years. That's incredible. There's a lot of work to be done, don't get me wrong, but overall, it's very original. Look at the top of the dash, no cracks whatsoever, which is pretty incredible. The dials are relatively intact. Like I said before, this is not original. I'm pretty sure, whereas the American models only got 4-speed until later in the 70s, or if they had a conversion. But most of Europe had the 5-speed from earlier on. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more you find things. You know, find things wrong or find something that doesn't look right. But overall, I think I'm very happy with it. The door cards are good, inside the doors are very good, no rust there. Headlining's so-so, it's passable. I'm not having this car, I don't want to keep this car as like a mint perfect car. I want it as a user, as a driver. And I think that's what we could achieve with this. So I've picked up all the service parts. Shout out to Christchurch, Dorset Auto Spares. Good to see those guys down there. And yeah, thanks for the support. Thanks for the support, I really appreciate it. So we picked up a battery, we picked up some oil, we picked up the oil filter, the fuel filter, all the sort of normal stuff, because the oil in here looks terribly dark and it hasn't been changed for a long time. So we've got a fair bit of work to do here, but I'm pretty happy with what I've purchased. Proof is in the pudding. It was once in Australia in September 1996 when this was fitted. So have a look at the engine. After doing a bit of research, it didn't look quite right to me. You obviously got 6-cylinder, pretty much standard on the 240s, 260s, 280s. They all looked basically the same. They're a different size on the inside. As you can see down here, on the number, you can see that, it says 26L26. There's a lot of things need changing. Gummy bits down there from the radiator. But yeah, you'll notice injectors. Well, this is a 1975 Datsun, right? Didn't have injection until 79, which is on the 280ZX. So after speaking to the guys on the forum, they tell me that a common conversion back in the 90s and early 2000s was modifying the 260 engine with the 280ZX head and top part of the engine basically with the injection system. So we think that's what's happened here. It's got the original L26 block, but it's been converted to injection. Now there's ups and downs with this. Leave your comments below which you'd prefer, standard or with the injection setup. Have you done it? Are you running one right now? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
Would you fall in there?
You wouldn't want to run this thing without filters. You can suck in foam.
Oh, you gotta put that foam out.
Yeah, that's got to go straight.
Put it in a bit. So what are you doing now, Nick?
Right, well, we're going to put the new battery in, just to put it on gently.
Bit of spark?
Spark. But look at this cable. So we tried several times to try to get the thing running and it just wouldn't go.
So we're starting to think possibly the injectors need cleaning out so the fuel's coming in, or there isn't enough fuel in there. The engine run is to be continued. Then we got a little bit excited and decided to start polishing it.
Doing a quick go over this, you can just feel it.
Look at that. Far too excited here, and we're going to pull it out and give it a wash because it's not running. We couldn't get going, so that's what it is.
Remember to add yourself to my channel, mate.
Oh yeah, shout out to Mitka.co.uk.
Yeah.
He does videos on classic cars, Lancias and all that as well, so hit him up. I'll put the link in the description below. I mean, wet cars always look good, but yee. We will have more updates on the Datsun coming in future videos. So if you like the content we're creating here, just click that subscribe button and give us a little thumbs up. That'd be really helpful for the channel, and we can keep making interesting and beautiful videos just like this. See you soon.